Opening night, another opening, another show. They call it a preview show. The first one in front of an audience, and preview shows you can get in for half price. We go on, I suppose, about 8:15 at night is when it starts, I guess. I don't know. But it's 5:45, so I'll have 2 hours after I get done putting stuff on the stage and getting it all lined up and all that. Probably have an hour and a half of twiddling my thumb somewhere. My thumb! Oh, here I go. Are we ready? I don't know. Let's go. There's a couple hours to go. People are starting to get things together. I can't put anything on stage yet until it's mopped. And then I can. Got this here, that, these things. Redlands Theater Festival 2024. You drive and you park, and here's the ticket booth. Looks like a witch's hat. And then you get your ticket, and you come down here, or you can go down to where that electric box is to the right. You can enter that way if you want to. But you enter this way. These are bamboo. They're not really trees, but it's bamboo. Crazy, huh? They grow crazy. And here's where you enter. And that right there will be concessions at what do you call that? Intermission. Yeah. They'll be right there. I'm parked down there. I'm the blue car. Right there. And you come in and you see this. To the left is where the sound and the lighting people are. And you come down. See, we're still in the process of putting things together. I think we have an hour to go. Apparently when you get tickets, it's not general seating, they give you tickets. So since these are like 50 seats across, somewhere about 22 to 25 to 28, those seats in the middle are probably the good ones. They do mic the actors, so any seat's a good seat. Cabinville? I don't know. 39 Steps, that's the one I'm involved with. The Hot L Baltimore, adult subject matter. Into the Woods, which is like fairy tales to music, I think. Every Brilliant Thing by Duncan Macmillan. It's I don't know what it is. The Great American Trailer Park Musical. That's adult subject matter as well. And then New Works. I think that's going to be Reader's Theater type style, where they read the play with acting.
Pressing our bestial noses to the grindstone and blinding our eyes with the tawdry beads and bubbles of all worldly wicked things. Amen.
Amen.
Is it funny?
Yeah. Yes, yeah, I loved how like how they used like the pop guns. I like the pop guns.
Oh.
And I also loved how like he started running away from the police, like how he went like that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I love the play.
All right. We'll have a good second half.
Thank you.
It was quite warm, like 98 degrees, almost 100 degrees today. 36.6 Celsius, so it was like that. It cooled off just a tad at night. It's a full moon tonight. And we had about maybe a third of the seats filled, maybe not that much. I don't know, they said, well, wait till, since I'm working with the show, I can sit anywhere. As long as aren't people sitting there. There are assigned seats, so wait until the show is about to begin and then find a seat, which is fine. Intermission, they had different kinds of flavored water and some soda and some chips and licorice and things like that. Or crisps, whatever. And, yeah, it went okay. It went alright. It wasn't perfect, but it went okay, and people in the audience didn't know. There was one couple that did walk out, because they were expecting the same thing I expected when I first was dealing with it. They expected a murder mystery. They didn't know it was a farcical takeoff of the murder mystery. They didn't know that. I didn't know that either until someone told me. And it's not what they were hoping. So, yeah, that's another thing about if there's preview nights where it's half off. If you're not sure you'll like it or not, that's the night to go, because if you don't like it, you haven't wasted a whole lot of money. But, yeah, my knee's been hurting, my foot's been hurting. I woke up today, had breakfast, sat down in the chair to plan out what I was going to do for most of the day, and woke up 6 hours later with a headache and feeling weird, tingly, numb stuff all over my body. And it's like, that's really weird. It's almost midnight. I'm going to have my coffee. Yes, it puts me to sleep. And a Welsh cake. And I'm going to go to bed. Yeah. And the air conditioner thingy's on. I would be in really bad shape if I didn't have any. Because the venting through here, they can turn off. So they only have it upstairs, which they do. What you had just seen was Saturday. On Friday, I went to a market research thing where you're supposed to get paid at the end of the day. Somehow. An email or something. The best part of the day was food that they had. They had some snacks, cheese and crackers and fresh vegetables, carrots and celery and asparagus. By the end of the day, no one had touched the asparagus. So, like a good cheapskate that I am, reached into my purse for that little plastic bag I brought with me, and I took all the asparagus home. And I had that for supper. So, I don't know, it was a very stressful day, and I guess that's why I slept all Saturday. This is Sunday. I got up, and I was making myself tea, and the door, Spencer goes, knock, knock, and he opens the door and he goes, Nana! He picks up my shoes and he goes, let's go, we're going outside in the pool, in the castle, Brian has an inflatable bouncy castle with a slide. It ends up in a little pool. And so he had that inflated and up, and Spencer's been goofing around and having fun in there. And I said, as soon as I have my tea, I'll put my suit on and I'll be right out. So I changed into my bathing suit. And I went out. And when I got out there, Mommy went in to take care of the baby. And Spency and I had a really good time. A couple hours. He bounced, he swam, he did all kinds of stuff. But I said, Froggies, you're a frog, right? I showed him how to hop like a frog, sorta. Because my knee was hurting, so I couldn't really. But I said, they say ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. So he's going ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. And I said, also, what swims on the water is a duck. Quack, quack, quack. So he'd go quack, quack, ribbit, ribbit, quack, quack. Then he goes, you know, I'm a jellyfish. So I don't know what sound they make. I said, you sure are a lot of animals today. We had a really good time. And I laid back down in the water and submersed my head and everything. Oh my God, that felt so good. Because I don't have a bathtub. It felt so good. And then it was about lunchtime and nap time for him. It was a couple hours of playing out there. And it was really sunny and hot. Well, he went in to eat and take a nap, and I came in and got cleaned up. Did the dishes. Made some bratwurst pieces and dumplings and gravy and cabbage for the next couple days. I did a few things like that and did the dishes. Tried thinking what I was going to do first and how to tackle it, but it was late in the day and I just didn't get anything done. I did purposely stop and take a nap for an hour and a half, and it really did help. But my knee is hurting like a son of a bitch, and I took a bunch of acetaminophen. It's brand name Tylenol. It's still aching. I may have to put ice on it or something. I don't know what the hell. But I'm sorry this vlog is long and even longer. Sorry. What, it's 3 days that you're wondering. Is she off of YouTube? No? Oh. I don't think anybody from the play knows my YouTube channel, so I'll tell you. And if they do, then I'm in trouble because I'll know who did it. There's one guy in the play that I kind of have a sweet spot for. He's 20 years younger than I am. I said I was born too late, or too early, or something like that. There's a lot of guys in their 40s that are really nice. Anyway, I'm going to type up with fancy curly Q letters a little note to him saying that I think he's swell, and end it with your secret admirer, and I'll put that in the dressing room next show, which is next week, next Sunday, I think. Most all those other people are in other plays. They are, have other parts in other plays. So the director of the one that's doing the 39 Steps is going to be a character in some other play. I don't know about all of their plays and stuff. This is the only one I have to do stuff for, and that's good enough for me. Yeah. Well, talked to my girlfriend in Iowa. I've known her since 1969. And my German pen pal, I've known him since 68. So, I mean, I have a couple good friends that I've known for a long, long time. So we talked for a while, and she seemed to have a lot of things bothering her, and she just talked and talked and talked, and she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm monopolizing the conversation." And I said, "No, go ahead." And, yeah, she told me about one of her annoying coworkers. She could have retired, but she just doesn't want to until she doesn't want to work anymore. She works for the city in the office. And, I was telling her at this thing I went to on Friday, there was a guy that lived in Cedar Rapids for part of the time, and we sat and talked about all kinds of... You weren't supposed to talk about the case, what we were doing. But we talked about families and food and languages and stuff like that. And I think they had a plant there. A guy that was real quiet, but he just sat and observed everything. I think they just wanted to make sure that that there wasn't someone like a troublemaker like me or something. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh, come on, magic stuff from the sky. Help and heal my leg, will you, please? I want to wake up and have it all healed tomorrow. And if Jesus comes by, he can touch my knee. Oh, it hurts. Kitty Cat was, I don't know if he was scared. He looked like he saw something yesterday. It was a full moon. And he was like freaking out. And he finally came up into the bed, and he laid up near my armpit, as close to me as he could get. and he stayed there. It was almost like he was scared. Usually animals do that if they're scared or if they think something's wrong with you and that you may not survive, which did cross my mind, and I was kind of scared too. So we both lay there trying to go to sleep scared. I love that little guy. And there he is. It's fairly cool on the floor, I guess. The door that goes into their house has a little crack under it. Maybe the air conditioning comes through there. I don't know. So finally, a million years later, I'm going to let you go, and I'll say, upward and onward.